Welcome back. Thank you so much for tuning in for this episode of my Minecraft series. Mythra 13 here. Right off, let's thank RSM Rules 05 for becoming my 100th subscriber, and thank you with just as much appreciation to the Kind Kitten and the Final Chapter 254 for subscribing. I've passed the 100 subscriber mark, and I am very thankful and pleased. Thank you, all of my subscribers, for helping encourage me to keep on this series and play Minecraft and record it, because I like doing it. Now let's get on with the tour. I've done a lot of building. I mean, basically what I've been doing for the past several days. There he goes. He destroyed the door, and now there's nobody in there, so he just leaves it and moves on. And basically, as I understand it, the Goblins have the same programming as the zombies as far as doors go. And also as far as the test certificates go, as far as I can tell. They attack the NPCs, and if there's a door, they destroy it. And there's no rhyme or reason or correlation between the two, because there was no test certificate in here, I guarantee it. The Goblin just happened upon the door and destroyed it. So I've been building, and I've built a lot of houses for the NPCs. And like I've shown in the last videos how I had planned and that I was working on it, and then walk around and show you and kind of explain what I had planned. Basically, I carried through with all of that, except for, like, I wanted to have fruit trees and different trees in the middle area and kind of make it a forested, like here, like forested part of the village. But as you can see from the map here, this is like at least 3, probably 4 or more different NPC villages combined, probably 4, based on the number of houses alone. And it's right outside my kingdom. And I was able to hire paladins, which are the warriors right there, becomes a paladin, and archers, the wizard I shown in the last episode where they throw the lightning bolts, and that's a healer, a priestess over there. She heals the other ones. And this is the thing, even with those protecting the village, I'm still getting my doors smashed left and right. And there's 2, I think, main reasons for it, and one is just the sheer number of goblins that spawn. It's like constant flood of goblins. And the other reason is the way that they spawn. They can spawn inside of these houses. So what would happen is they spawn here. There's the door, the first object that they can interact with, so they smash it. Doesn't have anything to do with chasing certificates or anything other than that part of their programming that allows them to smash doors, so they do it. And that's the same with zombies. But the zombies, all you do is you light up your house properly, like this, a couple torches, and the zombies are not going to spawn in here. So they will only smash it from the outside. But they have the same issue. There doesn't have to be a test certificate in there. They'll just smash it. And that it goes against basic zombie. Everybody knows zombies do this and that. But I mean, it goes against basically how zombies are supposed to work. They would only really smash down a door if there was food to be had inside. You know, a creature, a living, brains, whatever it is that they eat in that particular zombie lore. I know too much about zombies. But anyways, so here's goblin bombs. Those are fun. They don't destroy the landscape, just the creatures or NPCs. Now, the paladins are pretty bad. I mean, bad isn't awesome. They can do up to 10 hearts of damage with a single hit. They're the 3rd incarnation of a warrior. You get like a warrior who turns into a knight, who turns into a paladin, and that's based on killing enemies. They gain experience and level up, and then their character skin changes. Paladin is the final form, and they're very lethal. And the archers you can hire, they turn into a bandit, and again, the bandit's a better version of the archer. archer with added probably attack. Why were you out there? I mean, how did you get out there? It's a fenced-in area. It's because you can spawn anywhere. And this is getting to my point. I have all of these paladins and archers, everybody that I've hired to protect the village, and they do very well at killing off the hostile mobs. But they cannot stop the goblins from spawning inside of a house and then destroying the door. And if they just don't happen to be around when a goblin attacks the door, they'll get the door, and the protectors won't stop that. I've made 3 iron golems, and I think I put both, like 2 of them, I started them over here. And we'll, like, we gotta get some food here. I've already made this video like 3 or 4 times, and I keep running over half an hour and rambling and stuff, so I'm going to try to be a little more concise. So here is the iron golems in the water. I made 3 of them, 2 of them over there, and out of the 3 that I made, there's 2 in the water, and here's my other little friend. The iron golem chilling down here with a zombie for some reason. I don't quite understand that. So, there he is. So this is what I think about the iron golems. On the wiki or the release notes or whatever, it's like, well, zombies can attack the villagers now, and there's villager battles, and the villagers have a way to defend themselves. The iron golems. Okay. So, the iron golems are made out of iron. They can't swim. You don't see them jumping. They don't drown at least, but they can't swim. And I don't think they even jump, because all he would have to do is jump up to there, and he can get out. But they don't. The other one is just straight up screwed. I mean, he can't swim. He's not coming out unless I do some radical alterations to my beautiful landscaping. But he's not getting out. So the iron golems are useless now. They were doing pretty good. I mean, they were walking around and doing what they ought to be doing. But now that they're in the water, they're pretty much out of the picture. But the testificates themselves, they don't actually fight. They just run. And even in default Minecraft, I think it's kind of flawed, because although the zombies will attack the villagers are going to in the end lose, even though if all the the zombies mainly do is just destroy doors, and then the testificates get away from them, and even if that zombie dies in the daytime, eventually there's going to be no more doors left, because there's no testificate NPCs that build doors. I would think, you know, with having a librarian, a butcher, blacksmith, a priest, and a farmer, I think that's all of them, that there should have been a builder. There should be a testificate NPC that builds doors. Even if all they built, that would help, because as it is, like I said, even in default Minecraft with only zombies destroying doors, eventually the testificates are going to lose. And I saw this happening as I was building the village. I was having doors destroyed. Goblins would spawn and wreak havoc on the NPCs, killing them quite easily. See, I don't even know how he got in there. So basically, I had to get mob spawn eggs for the testificates just to get the population started again. Throw down a few eggs. There's like 57 dwellings in this huge village, and if you divide that by 3, I mean, that's all the eggs that you need to basically encourage them to repopulate and, you know, start filling up the houses that are available. But like I'm saying, with all the doors getting destroyed, and even in default Minecraft, with just zombies, they're not going to live. They don't rebuild their doors, hence they push me around. No. Hence they eventually aren't going to have a house to live in. So then the ones that do die don't, or they survive and don't die. The ones that survive, that's a blacksmith one. Got the black apron. Turn around. There, blacksmith. Yeah, so long story short, yeah, it's a flaw. They hopefully fix it. I kind of like the idea of the testificates being pacifists, but if you're going to have the zombies fight them, and basically in the long run lose to the zombies, it's a flawed setup. It should be set up in the way I understood that they wanted it, was to kind of go back and forth, where the zombies make progress to destroying testificates, and then the testificates find a way to come back, or it's programmed to kind of go back and forth. As it is, it's a slow, drawn-out death for the testificates because they cannot rebuild their doors, and without houses, they will not repopulate, so they will eventually die. And I think I basically saw it at an accelerated pace because I have the goblins added, and the goblins are basically doing the same thing as the zombies, only at a much accelerated pace, destroying the doors, and even if they don't kill off all the testificates, eventually there's no more houses, so the testificates aren't gonna... he is the butcher. That's the butcher testificate. Anyways, yeah, I'm rambling again. Here I go. But what I'm going to say is I'm at the point where I don't want to just keep maintaining their village. I spend too much time doing it. I had fun building it, but if the goblins want to just wreck all the doors, I'm okay with that. I'm not going to mess with it. Even if it becomes a ghost town, then I'll just go with that, I would really love it if I could get the villagers from inside the village to live here, like say the paladins and maybe farmer NPCs from inside there. That would be pretty awesome, because the paladins defend themselves. If they would live in the houses, those goblins wouldn't have a chance. They'd be like busting in and then, oh crap, you're dead. So that's where it stands. I'm basically at the point I'm not going to keep maintaining it. I'm just walking around it now, kind of show you my point. Just like I showed you, I don't know how many doors I've put in just in this 12 minutes here, how many doors I've replaced. And when I started the video, you can hear another door. Yeah, that one's a zombie. When I started the video, all the doors were okay. It's happened just in this 12 minutes that the doors got destroyed and I replaced them. And if you add in creepers and ogres, which my dog knows what he's doing. He won't mess with a creeper, so the creeper doesn't blow up. He will attack an ogre, but usually because he's around me, between him and I, we can kill that ogre before he even pretty much does any damage to the village. So what I've had to do, or decided to do, was I used the Mo Creatures options to turn down spawn rates for ogre and flame ogre to 1, which is very low. And it also gives you the option to change the spawn rates for default Minecraft creatures, so I've set the creepers down to 1. So hopefully with that lower setting, there won't be quite as much destruction from that angle. But the goblins, there isn't a config file, you can't really change the settings. I honestly think the goblins need more than just changed to a lower spawn rate. I think they need an entire rule change as far as how they spawn. Like I think I've said, it's like the 3rd or 4th video I've made, so I've lost track of if I've mentioned this, but basically if I build a stronghold and it's safe from ogres and endermen and creepers and everything, even spiders, they can't climb my walls because of how I build them, and then the goblins can just spawn inside of my fortress like they have magical spawns, and I don't really see it from this guy. I mean, he's carrying a wooden axe. He just disappeared because of the Tale of Kingdoms mod. It's like a black hole next to the wall. Enderman, over here. But yeah, he's using a bow and arrows. If he gets in my house, it's clearly because of a spawn issue. It has nothing to do with the sophistication of goblins. So it kind of breaks the the fiction. It breaks the, it's like a plot hole, I guess, for lack of a better word. And I know, you know, questioning that kind of stuff, being too logical kind of ruins things sometimes. But there is purpose to it too, because it helps you, it helps with the overall believability and amount you're able to really get into the game. If it makes sense, there's certain rules that get followed. I mean, that's all the game really is it's a set of rules that then you play within, and that's why when you cheat sometimes, you break the game. Because you've gone out, too far outside of the rules of the game to the point that the whole system breaks down. I mean, you kind of run that risk with the Tale of Kingdoms mod, because I have like 242 gold without hardly even trying, so I can go in and buy whatever I want. Like, I bought the pickaxe, the shovel. I had a sword, but then I crafted this red sword because I had the gems for it. So as it stands, yeah, right now, my next project would be build a stronghold. But that's just going to be to protect me, and I'm leaving the village to its own whatever. Whatever happens to the testificate land. I think my guards are going to do just fine. I don't see them dying right away. But my houses could get blown up, and the testificates could die. But here's basically where I'm sitting. I didn't buy any of this stuff. It's all been mined. And that's a pretty full chest. And food-wise, that's pretty full. Here's just like some more random blocks. Stuff to make arrows with. I keep a couple swords. These katanas are from the Goblins mob. They're like a special sword. I haven't really tried them out yet. Full for leather. This is from Goblins dropping it. Bombs and shurikens from the Goblins. Tons of arrows. I think that's all skeleton drops. Oh no, wait, that's right. There's Goblins that drop the arrows too, so that's where some of those were from. I have all of the ingredients for doggy treats, so I can level up my dog. Let's see, a couple chests down here. We have seeds to start a garden, wood, 2 things of cobble, gems that do dye, all the colors of dye. We got dirt, we got sand, and smooth stone. And basically I had to turn it on peaceful, and this is why. Like, I knew that if I went underground, I'm still in range of this whole place, so it's still going to be running. And while I was down there, the ogres, the creepers, the goblins, everything was going to be destroying my village. And I wouldn't be, basically, before that point, I had been just walking around repairing it. So I turned it on peaceful just so I could go down here, and I mined. I'll just go down there for the heck of it. I wasn't going to show it yet, but since I have to talk about this, I made a stairway, and then I got to the bottom of the stairway, and then I came back up and mined down so I could put a ladder in. So I got a ladder and a stairway. I kind of like the water drops. Those are cool, but I didn't build one here. Just mainly the ladder. And I'm down at level 12.6. It's like pretty much the optimal for getting diamond, at least in my experience. If you have your feet here at 12.6, 11 or whatever, and then you mine up that high, you're covering most of the range that the diamond tends to spawn at. And I happen to be right next to this ravine, and you can see just tons of stuff added from mods. That's lapis, that's iron, but then we have this stuff that's added from mods. There, goes off into the distance. And there's tons up higher. Got this lava. I could get obsidian. So basically I got all I could need if I want to start mining. But like I just showed you, all my chests are full. So as the project here for this series stands, my only main option is I need a bigger fortress. One, just for space issue, because I'm getting full with all my chests, and 2, for safety, because it's pretty vulnerable. The flame wraiths, the fire ogres, I'm not going to turn them off. It kind of defeats the purpose to me personally. If they're there, I think they should at least be there, even if it's only a 1% chance. But that 1% chance, I could be in here and an ogre's just like, oh, I see you, I see through your wall, smash, smash, smash. You know, it's not going to be good. I've already, like I think I said, the flame ogre that lit my roof on fire and it burned up the staircase. It pretty much came close to getting my chest because I had to just sit here knocking the fire out again, and I survived. But yeah, so the project basically for this series stands that I will be building a stronghold, a big fortress for myself that is going to be mob-proof except for the goblins, and I will have at least one Doggy Talents dog follow me around and take out goblins if they want to mess with me. Just like that, exactly like that. Thanks for the example. Good job, good dog. So, got too much leather, too much arrows. So, here's where I'm at. I keep making almost half-an-hour videos. I'm going to try to get this one done before I get to the half-an-hour point. If you have a problem, if you have slow internet, if you love my series but you just don't love half-an-hour videos, then please go ahead and make a comment. And while you're at it, please hit a like button, because if you're going to comment, just hit the like button. Anyway, sorry. That's the one thing, and if you don't really care either way, that's fine. I will just continue that. Sometimes I end up talking long enough that it's a half an hour. It's not intentional. It's just I tend to ramble at times. I tend to be very long-winded. Just ask my wife. She's always asking for the Cliff Notes version instead of the diatribe or spiel documentary version of events. I mean, I tend to be very long-winded when I get going. I used to be very shy. I used to not talk. Although I don't try to meet new people and make friends and do all of that, if I do get talking, I will just go on and on. And I'm somebody, like, as far as my Let's Play series style, I could do the role play. I could do, like some people do. Nikosi did a real good one with Realm of the Void. Paul Sorge Jr. is another one that does really good when he does role play. He even does like editing effects where you get a shot of him sitting inside of a cave where you're like, wow, I'm starting to really believe he's stranded in Minecraft. Well, I mean, although I could do that, it's probably not my particular style and not what I'm best at, not what I enjoy. I'm more the type that if someone has questions about something, I know a little bit about a lot of things. I know enough about almost everything that I'd at least have a comment, I'd at least have an opinion or something, some way to talk about whatever it might be. There are things that aren't topics I care to talk about. Sports, I don't know anything about sports. I don't have an interest in it. Cars, I know how to change the oil and change a tire. That's pretty much it. I don't really know enough about cars, and I don't have a big enough interest in cars that I'd really talk with anyone about it. Now, video games, I'm pretty well versed in video games. The newer the games, the less I know about them, just because I tend to be behind, mostly intentionally though. I don't always go for the newest game. I tend to let things roll, and then when people have made up their minds about games, I go ahead afterwards and make up my own mind. I let the new and the big and the fresh and everything and everybody that gets attracted to that go ahead and do that, and then I do my own thing, and later on I'll pick it up if I feel drawn to it, which has been the entire process of my gaming history. I didn't like, for example, back in 98 or 97, when Final Fantasy came out, I didn't start playing it because it was popular. It just fell in my lap. I mean, my cousin was playing it. He showed it to me because he rented the game, and I was just immediately hooked. And that's how it goes with me. I mean, I'll have somebody show me, or I'll see it online or something. I'll give it a chance, and that was Minecraft. I had somebody in the Army talk to me about it before I got out, and he said it was such an awesome game. I didn't try it then. When I actually got out, I saw a YouTube video of it. I don't remember who. And then I eventually tried it and eventually bought it, and then, I mean, I've had fun with it ever since. And that's kind of leading to my next point. With this series, as it stands now, my next project would be build a stronghold, let the village that I just spent so much time building go to crap if that's what happens, because I'm not going to sit and be the janitor of the town. or maintenance guy or whatever. Not that I've got anything against maintenance guys. Don't get the wrong idea. My dad does maintenance or used to do maintenance for a factory. I even helped out with that, so don't. I was a cleaning person even, so don't think I have anything against janitors. But I've done a lot of different things in my life. But so don't get the wrong idea there. But as far as my Minecraft, that's not exactly my ideal way to play, is to sit and repair damage constantly. I prefer to hook it up that they can't do that anymore. Like take preventative measures, build better walls, or add paladins and archers that kill them. But as I've explained, that doesn't matter. They can still spawn inside houses, destroy doors. My NPCs are going to provoke the creatures that destroy things into destroying things. Me and my dog are about the only reliable source of protecting the village from itself, and I'm the only one that's going to repair it when it gets damaged. So, long story short, even though it hasn't been, I'm building a stronghold here, and it's going to be just for me, for the dogs in one area, for the horses in another area, maybe cows and chickens in a part, and it's going to be, it would be big enough that I'd have like an area for different mods. Like this is the room that I'll do alchemy in, this is the room I'll do red power mod stuff in, or buildcraft or powercraft, or whatever else I have planned. But here's the thing. I'm also, like, I've played so many worlds. I've started from scratch so many times. I've played on servers. I've played where it was a single-player game, and I just went endlessly, just like building onto my person and collecting stuff. Like, you see my chest. That's how my game basically ends up. I have a save file from when I played before 1.8, I think, and it's basically a room full of chests where I stored all my stuff. And that's what I end up doing a lot of times, is saving whatever I have, and then I can make a template of it so that if I wanted to insert it into a new world that I played, I can do that. So I could do that with this one, with my house full of stuff. I think I could even take the kingdoms out. I'm not sure about that because they're full of NPCs, and I don't know if that's going to glitch out the game with it trying to recognize an NPC that isn't in the game. I don't know exactly. I can't remember. I almost think I've tried it one time, but I don't remember what it does. But I know for sure, you know, I could save my house. I could save pretty much the whole NPC village. Like I did here, I took the start of what I had, if anyone watched the prequel series, and I started it off again here near the water, or watery, whatever part of the village. So, just, you know, an announcement that I will be starting a different game series. It's not going to be Minecraft, surprise, surprise, but that won't be immediate. I'm going to continue until I feel comfortable with where this particular series is at, and after I've decided which game it is that I'm going to play. I have a choice of probably 3 of them that I've been thinking about, and it's just when I feel led towards a certain one, I'll choose it, and I may announce it beforehand. Most likely I'll just start playing it and it'll come up on my channel. But here's the thing with this series. I would like some input. I think I already asked if you like 30-minute videos, you like 10-minute videos. If you have a problem with one or the other, go ahead and leave a comment. And here's the other thing. If you think I should stay in 1.2.3, which is the version I'm using now, continue with all of the mods as I have them, start working on that building, that castle, and just keep things rolling how they have been, then that's what I'll do. I don't know what's more likely. I'm just throwing these out here. There's also the option I could start fresh in the most recent version, which I think is 1.2.5 now, and I could do it no mods. I could do it with the few mods that are updated and do like a survival island style. I've done one before and I had a lot of fun doing it, but I did do it back when the vanilla mobs weren't permanent. So all you really needed was grass, and you could have a pig spawn, and then you had meat. So I don't know how much that's changed doing Survival Island. That now, I mean, if you get an island and there's no pigs, there's no creatures, you're not going to have any, because the only way to get them is if you have them, and then you have them breed. So I haven't done a Survival Island recently enough to know how that works out. I know I could fish and get food that way, or farm and get, wheat, the bread. Or there's always just start up a whole new world, newest version of Minecraft, or even the 1.2.3 that I have, and just take out certain mods. Like if someone absolutely hates that I have 243 gold, I could go inside of the kingdom and buy whatever I wanted, fill up maybe twice or 3 times the items that I have, which are all legit items, but I could do it just for the sake of buying tons of crap and never needing to mine again. But the thing is, I like mining. So, like I showed you, I have that mine that's ready to go, but I need a place to put it. And here I go with the rambling. But basically, I want a little bit of feedback. And if you've watched 30 minutes where we're at right now, once again for like the 4th, 5th time, then obviously you like the series enough that you have a vested interest in where I go with this. I mean, you may not care that much, but obviously if you're willing to watch half an hour, you care enough to be entertained by it. So don't worry about what you think I might want to do, because I will have fun either way. I will make it interesting. And that's the thing. People watch YouTubers because they like the people or they like the game. And I don't care why you watch. If you like Minecraft and you watch, or you like my style of commentary and you watch, that's fine either way. But once in a while, I will come to the point where I am going to throw it out to my subscribers. And I think at 100 videos, this is a good chance to do it. Now, what I originally did was I started a video of Minecraft, and I got to 13 episodes. And it was at that point that I got an upgrade in quality because I changed what I used to record with. And because it was such a drastic difference from quality and my experience level in making them and confidence level in making them, had changed so much, I felt that it was desired to relabel all the old ones a prequel, because basically that was me getting started with the videos, and then start fresh. I needed to start a new world file just to do Tales of Kingdom anyway, so it was a good point. But if I do a new world, it's still the same series. I'm not going to change anything except for just add another number. Like this is 9, and if I changed it next episode, it'd still be 10. But I might be in a whole new world. But I'm not going to do that and surprise the hell out of everybody just for the fun of it, without warning, unless it's very crucial to some secret project to do that. So I'd prefer to just at least give fair warning, and this video is basically fair warning. I'm having fun. I will probably have like a couple days till my next video, so I may not build anything on the castle. I may start it, I don't know. But I want to at least see some feedback, even if everybody just says, hey, you're doing great, liked, or doesn't leave comments and likes my videos, or doesn't even like my videos and they just get some views, because I basically have been getting up to like 50, 60, maybe 70 views on this series, which I'm very, very, very happy about. I like that. And I've basically been waiting on each episode to get close to 50, 60, or 70 before I do a new one. That's basically how I've been running it. And the most recent one, why it took so long, was a mix between waiting for a certain number of views and the fact that I hadn't stopped building. I was still doing so much building that I didn't have a good chance to actually stop and make a video. I mean, I was doing all day and night building. I'm a nut, I know. But so that's where it stands. I mean, there's a ton of stuff out there. The Skyblock mod is pretty much the only one I won't do unless I have like a lot of the subs. A lot of you guys are like do it. You have to do it. I want to see how you do on Skyblock. I'll take the challenge. I mean, I don't care. I'll even do I'll do a hardcore series. I don't care. I'm open for anything. I know I'll have fun because I like Minecraft that much, and I'll make it interesting because, like you can see, I have a hard time not talking for a half an hour, just going on and on. I don't know how terribly entertaining it is, but I mean, I like it, and that's why I'm doing it. I enjoy doing the commentary. So basically, yeah, the commentary style that I've done, it's changed from the prequel a little bit, and I'm going to continue that. I may go off into weird tangents. I may feature mods. I may do random stuff like just dive into a mine or start killing monsters or blow up my own buildings. I mean, I might do that. I'm very random sometimes. I probably have enough gunpowder to make a lot of TNT. So just for fun of it, I might say, hey, let's just blow up the NPC village and beat the goblins to it. Or maybe I'll go over to the goblins village and blow up their village. The thing is, the only reason I haven't done that already, because they have annoyed me that much, is that it's not going to stop them from appearing. They're still gonna be coming after me, even if I destroy all their villages. Which I know of only 2 right now. But man, I'm just doing horrible on time. 36 minutes. I just can't shut up. But yeah, please don't tell me to shut up in the video, in the comments, unless you're joking. Still not funny. I'll tell myself to shut up. I already know I'm talking way too much, but I just felt inclined this time. And last time, I don't know if I said this at the beginning, but I mean, I didn't mean to give the impression that I was upset or disappointed in any kind of way. It's like I said, I just felt like it needed to be said, and it wasn't just in reference to my own channel. I mean, to name a few: Bear Ghost, Lordug, maybe even Nicosi, although Nicosi's doing really good lately. But I mean, there's some good LPers out there, and they'll sometimes end up with the same exact problem that I was talking about. And I meant it for me, but I also meant it for others out there, that you get views, but nobody likes. You get some views, and then no comments. And I understand comments a lot more than likes, because people have only so much time in the day. They might not feel the time to leave a comment, or they might not have anything to say, really. But a like is an entirely different thing. That's just a click of a button that lets people know that they did a good job. And honestly, how many people that watch a video can say in all certainty, oh, I could have did better? And even that isn't a good reason not to like something, because you didn't. Well, some of them didn't. I mean, some people watch series and make them too. I do. I mean, I do my LP series. Yeah, I still like enjoy other people's and see some things that I couldn't do. Lordug has Monsters Monument. I could build a monster, but he takes some serious time and effort into making and maintaining Monsters Monument. And whenever he gets new subs, putting up signs and giving like just tremendous shout outs to the people who subscribe to him. That's dedication. So, like I said, even people that do things that maybe I could do, like build a creeper or a skeleton, I ain't got the same things in me that make me build a shrine to my subs. I mean, I'm willing to do that. If I get to like 1,000 subs, I probably will build like a castle and dedicate it to my subs. I'm not saying that to try to get people to subscribe. I'm just saying I get like that popular where people are like left and right commenting on my videos and liking, and I get all those subs. I'd be like so blown away. I'd feel almost obligated to do something for them in return. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. I mean, this is a 40-minute video, definitely my longest video yet. I have no idea how long this is going to take to upload. But I'm feeling good about the series, and I wanted to kind of counter the last video I made, where it sounded, I might have kind of sounded like I was coming off like I was unhappy. This time I wanted to come off and sound more like I'm happy, okay, because I am. And grateful to the subs that I have. Thank you, and I honestly mean it. Obviously, I don't owe you anything, and you don't owe me anything. But what you've done so far, just by hitting that subscribe button and by occasionally commenting or liking, I honestly mean it. So thanks. And I just kind of wanted to leave it a good showcase of where I'm at in this series. It's kind of like a checkpoint. What I stand to do, and then toss it out to the subs and the viewers of what you'd most like to see. I mean, do you like the fact that I have stockpiles of stuff and it's just waiting to be turned into things for mods or showcases or whatever, plus a castle full of buying whatever I want? Or do you enjoy more if I dungeon dive and fight monsters? Or is it mining for resources? Now, if it's mining for resources, I could still do that even with my house full. But there's less point to do it in the long run, because everything that I could mine, I think I pretty much have at least one example of, like I showed you in my chest. But there's like red power is so intricate, and I've never been a big redstone expert, so there's so much I can learn and explore with that mod, with Buildcraft. I didn't install Industrial Craft, so I mean, maybe there's some people that are such a big fan of Industrial Craft, they're like, well, you got to add that. And then if I add that, I'm honestly going to have to go through my whole mod list and make some choices, because when I started this on episode 1, not the prequel series, but when I started this on episode 1, I'd added basically as many mods as I could add, getting to the point where I ran out of sprite IDs or whatever it is. So I'd have to make some calls, like maybe take out Powercraft for Industrial Craft, but or maybe there's some other mod that someone out there thinks I ought to have. But I mean, 45 minutes, getting close to it. I don't know if I'm trying like subconsciously to do a record or what it is. I'm already past my record of like 30 minutes. But I just want to make it clear that, you know, I'd love the input. If you want a fresh start yet again, that's fine. If you want me to become an evil character, I'll try to use my dynamite to start blowing up stuff. And unfortunately, it's my kingdom, so they're not going to fight me back. I could just go in and kill them all, and they don't care, and they'll blow up their houses. And then I could just go to Sid and go, hey, repair the kingdom, and they repairs it. Kind of pointless, but there's also some other interesting mods that are totally out in left field. There's a mod where you can be the Spider Queen, and basically you get spiders as your minions, and like, I don't even know where that would go. I mean, I'm not saying in the context of all this, I mean, I don't even know where that leads. I mean, I know you can have spiders fight for you, but I mean, are you going to keep pets still? Is there a reason to have a farm? I mean, all the main Minecraft features kind of changes the point or usefulness of them at that point. Yes, you're in a wall and you're dying. Also, there's the mini-me or dwarf mod, and I'm not sure if that's updated, but basically it lets you be 1 block tall. So you're a dwarf, and you can fit into, like I was just there, like you can fit into this area. So you can get under things and like build tiny little mine shafts. That's another cool mod. But again, that mod, it's like an overhaul. Basically, they're overhaul mods where you change the whole basic setup so much that it almost screams out for a roleplay series. But basically, you change the setup so much that it'd be a strong departure from where I am right now. Basically, I've been trying to be a good steward and king of my kingdom and the testificate villages, but I'm at a crossroads where I can't keep doing that for them. they're going to have to be out on their own. The kingdom is going to stand. There's no problem with the kingdom. The villages are kind of screwed. It's just going to be a matter of time, and they might last pretty long with all the troops I hired. I don't actually see any of them right now, so I don't know. But I'm basically having to make a call that I'm not going to spend all my time repairing damage. I'm going to start building. But this is the thing. I could do that. I like building, but maybe some of you would rather see more dungeon crawling, or like I was saying with the overhaul mods, you'd rather see some weird, just, like creeps and weirdos. I've never used creeps and weirdos just because it's so far out in left field from what I normally do in my games. Like, I love more creatures because it's like creatures, realistic, werewolf stuff that's not aliens and robots from outer space. But if some of you love that mod, and enough of you do, I'll change up the whole setup. I mean, that's just more weirdness that's going to make it interesting or new for me. But like I said, if you leave feedback on what you want to see, don't leave it for the sake of what I want to do. In the end, I'm going to do what I want to do. But I will be influenced by knowing what my subscribers actually like me to do. Do you like me to just walk around and talk like I did in this episode? I mean, I'll do that. I'll even I'll put up adventure maps. I'll start doing adventure maps. Take out all the mods, do strictly adventure maps, and then as I solve the adventure, I'll just talk about my life and talk about, well, not like personal stuff, but I'll talk about like what I think about certain things, and like how much fun it is to blow things up in Minecraft, or balls to it and blow stuff up with dynamite like the Yogs cast. But I mean, one thing I'm not going to do, I'm not going to pretend to be a different commentator than I am. Like I said, my style is just going on, talking about stuff, and kind of reaching out to my viewers. That's one thing that I like about some of the subs, or not subs, but some people I'm subscribed to that I watch the most, is I like their style of how they connect to their subscribers and their viewers. And I mean, obviously Bear Ghost is one, Lord Ugg, and Nikosi, Cake Legs. He doesn't do Minecraft, but again, these people that the style of their commentary, I think they do very well reaching their audience. And it's on such an intellectual level. I'm a very intellectual person, and I don't mean to say like I'm a brilliant genius. I'm just saying I tend to be very intellectual. I tend to think things logically. I tend to try to understand and look at facts and all that. And when I have people, and it just happens to be people of my own age group, like Bear Ghost is real close to my age, Nikosi's a little bit younger, Lord Ug's a little bit older, Cake Legs is a little bit younger. We're all kind of close to the same age, so it just happens to be that, we are of that generation. So I feel inclined to listen to them. Now, there's other people I'm subscribed to that you're a little bit younger. I still enjoy your videos, and I'm not trying to put anyone down at all, because you can run into some kids that are like just like hella smart, and you're impressed and like, dang, I wish I was that smart when I was your age. Like PWA Life, Tom, you're like so smart. Like when you were on Bear's server, you were one of the mods, and I was like, that's just crazy, because you were like 11 at the time, and you were moderating as good as some of the others that were more or less my age, or maybe a little bit younger, but definitely older than you. So, a few shout-outs there, unintentional, but I'm just trying to get across the point that that's my style. That's what I do. I like talking about things that are off topic while I'm playing Minecraft. I think I said it in my first video in the prequel that I'm not going to get into a lot of the details on how you do basic stuff in Minecraft. This is not a how-to play. When I do that, it's mostly just for mods to showcase them and say, hey, look what this mod can do. This is all you got to do to start it up and use it. That kind of stuff. Simple Minecraft stuff, how to make TNT, all that. You can find that. That's the easiest thing in the world to do and to find. I like to talk about just anything. I'm a talker, but I'm not a talker in the sense I like to talk about small talk or gossip or any of that. I really don't care for small talk. Um, I'm one that I'll talk about philosophical stuff. I used to. My old best friend, my cousin, I used to talk, we would like talk about deep philosophical stuff like all the time. And a lot of times, you know, we'd have a beer and then just sit back and talk about philosophy and beliefs and stuff and even really off the wall types of topics. But it was all for the sake of, you know, exploring ideas and like the intellectual pursuit. So now that I've spent so much time, if you skip to the end, if you not watched, I don't blame you at all. I'll probably have this uploading all through the night because it's such a long video. But hopefully it's entertaining. I mean, if you sat back and enjoyed this, that's fine. But this is all I ask is if you've actually listened this far, then you stand the best chance of being, let's rephrase this, of shaping where I go with this series from now on. If you're like, hey dude, when you walk around and talk for hours, like almost literally hour on the run button, I don't know how to shut it off. What the heck? Oh, there we go. Okay, control issues. Like I was saying, if you're like, dude, when you sit and talk for hours about just like nothing, it bugs the crap out of me, and it's not entertaining. I'm not going to have my feelings hurt. I'm not going to get butthurt because I'm entertained by it. But I will decide that, you know, maybe that's not the best for my series. The people would rather see more action or more mining or more whatever. Like, please go ahead and say what it is that you'd rather see if you're going to say what you don't like, because that gives me a better picture of my audience. If I had an audience of all SpongeBob SquarePants people, then maybe I'd act more goofy. I'm not going to change my personality, but I might make more goofy jokes and do stupid stuff because everybody's got that in them to be goofy. But if I have more people that are like, dude, I like when we talk about or you discuss current events or pros and cons of certain mods or whatever it is, that's the kind of feedback I'd like, is to know what parts of Minecraft you like to see played, why you're even subscribed or watching my videos, besides my charming personality and awesome voice. That's right. I know why my wife subscribed, because I talk to her every day, and that's the thing, is I don't know why some of you are subscribed. And trust me, it's not a confidence issue. I'm not questioning why would people want to subscribe to me. I'm not questioning like that. I just want to know, like, because I've given feedback just by doing my videos. I told you why I do it, what I like about it, what's going right with the Let's Play, what's going wrong, how annoying goblins can be when they constantly are spawning. So like I said, look, I mean, I have no problem killing them, but they're all over the place. But yeah, the feedback from my viewers to tell me what they like, where they'd like to see it. And, I mean, don't hold back as far as how much change you think the series needs. And don't be afraid if it's just like, dude, shut up, keep playing how you've been playing, just don't make an hour-long video anymore. Then that's fine. I mean, my feelings aren't going to get hurt. Even if somebody's like, you're an ass and I just gave you a dislike, I'll probably laugh, honestly. Because I already cleared that up in the last episode, I think. I don't get any money for this. It's all for the fun of it. And when people try to put me down, I almost feel bad for them because they have so little of value to do in their life that they take time to try to put someone down. I mean, that must be a pretty boring life. If you've got enough time to watch somebody play for now 55 minutes and then leave them a comment Or if you didn't, and I'm just talking to you that you are gonna do it, but you never heard me say this, then I guess I beat you to the punch. Because I haven't even posted this video yet, and I kind of called it. But I know I'm crazy, and I have fun with it, okay? That's all there is to it. So yeah, like I said, I mean, there's hardly any topics I won't talk about unless I don't know about them, and then I'll just, the best policy for that is to just say you don't know anything about it. You can't say anything about it if you don't know about it. If you do, you're kind of being an ass because you're pretending to know about things you don't know anything about, and that's no good. I learned that in the Army. If you don't know, you don't know, and you say you don't know. You don't pretend to know and lead people astray. Because sometimes there's bigger decisions and life's count on it, and it's not a good idea to let people get the wrong impression and think they can trust your advice or your opinion. So I want to leave this on a good note. So I think I've covered everything. If you watched this almost hour-long episode, thank you for being interested enough in what I had to say. I'm sorry I tortured you by letting this video go on when I could have covered most of the stuff in much less time, but somehow I've just been put in the position of having a long video this time. Totally unintentional. Yeah, because like I was saying, I mean, I meant to just do under half an hour, and it's going to be an hour. I could go back and do it for a fifth time, and I've got no problem doing that. It's just, obviously, it was meant to be a long video. An hour, I didn't know it had to be that long, but here it is. So, here's the things. I can continue on, continue mission, everything the same, and start on the castle. I can copy my items and my main house, or just the items, start in a new location on a new world, brand new world, either with the same mods or a whole new mod setup or no mods at all, and have it updated to 1.2.5. Or I can do none of those things, start a Minecraft world that's a survival type world, survival island. I could take a hardcore survival challenge where I set it to hardcore. I could, now just preface this though, if I do a hardcore mod, a hardcore adventure, I'll probably use at least 1 or 2 mods just for the sake of how crazy it's going to be. That if I die, I lose everything, so I'll probably have it set with at least some kind of mod. I'll have to look into it, but yeah, that's another option. And then I think the final option is, let me see. Oh, I guess there's 2 more, because I could turn my series into like a mod, what is it, mod features, like showcase, a mod showcase thing. So then the names of each episode will be like Red Power 2 Showcase or something. And my only problem with that is why I haven't done it that way is because a lot of these mods have so much to them that it's hard to cover it all. I mean, I would have to play for a good few days just to get everything set up, unless I'd used, and even if I used creative mode or like too many items, I'd still have to like get it set up for days. And that's what I know the Oddcast does, is they have like, they get it set up days in advance, like they've done with the Better Than Wolves mod. They get it set up with like the windmill and everything that you can do, and then they record, and then they're like all ready. So even if I did it that way, it would still be like episodes in between, or days in between each showcase. And I'm hesitant to do it that way because I don't think as many people are as entertained when there's not a like sense of continuity. And that's the one thing is why I am putting it out for my subscribers and viewers, is without the sense of continuity, there's a lot less reason to watch. Like, the Yogs cast started doing really good when they started their Tales of Israel, I think it's how it's said, Tales of Israel or whatever, where they had a continuing storyline. They really wrapped together or tied together the different parts of Minecraft to make sense. But they had, or have, you know, just like tons of other people that play with them and play other characters and help them out and get scenes set up and all of that. And I'm not in the position to do that. I don't have as much interest to do that. For those that want to do that, that's great. I just don't have as much desire to play in that style. I don't play well with others. That's not really what I mean, but I do a lot better when if I'm involved in something like that, somebody else is at the lead of the project. Like if Nykozy does it and he wants me to help him out with it, whether it's sets or playing a role or whatever it is, I'm willing to do that. But as far as me running the show and having my own highly detailed, intricate role play, you know, like Yogs Cast, I don't really care to take that on for myself. I'd rather just do the freestyle play. I just talk with what's on my mind at the time. Like this, for instance. Why, if anybody has played this mod, why is there TNT up above the food shop? Yeah, that's what I knew it would do, but I was just curious. Very random. But I didn't understand why that's there. I mean, just so you can blow the roof off? Well, not even the roof, just one of the floors. It's kind of weird. I don't understand. I don't know. I don't even know. Okay, so yeah, there's just I've laid out the options of what I'll do, and I've said the style will continue. I will still be having the same commentary style where I just talk about whatever I feel like talking about, and if you don't like that style, you'd rather see roleplay, it's very unlikely that I'll switch to roleplay. I'll do roleplay if somebody else is running the show and they would need another character, but I'm not gonna. It's just not a good fit for me. I can do it, but I don't have as much fun doing it. There are times, you know, oh, I'm so lost. What do I do? Oh, I got to do this, and oh, I'm drowning now. I mean, that's fun, but it's not my bag of tricks. I'd rather be able to be free to talk directly to my audience. Address issues that are going on either in the world or in the series. Sorry, shut my dog out. I can't get away from the wind wherever I go. I'm going to climb in the fire. Maybe I can hide from it. That is bad. Try to finish. An hour and 3 minutes. God, I need to get better at editing. I need to just like cut out a bunch of stuff where I ramble and talk about the same stuff over and over again. Maybe I can hide in here. Any quieter? Need to insulate the roof. Too loud. Quiet. There. Hey, I did it. I'm underground. There we go. Okay, I can finish on this note. Okay, so basically, if you've watched this long, I'm extremely impressed. I don't know why you would, other than like being like really persistent. So if you did, then leave a comment saying, hey, I watched the whole thing, or I watched the whole dang thing, or whatever. I'm just curious. And honestly, if you've watched the whole thing and you're willing to leave the comment that you did, go ahead and hit the like button. Let's further reduce the number of people that will do these things. And like I've already asked as far as input, 10 or 30 minutes, what you prefer, if you do have a preference. If you don't, then don't even mention it. And finally, what you like most about the series. Like if you want to see me mine, if you want to see me blah, 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 you know, whatever. The options that I've laid out already, the obvious ones. And then you can expect the series to continue and for me to continue the style in which I do them. And look forward to the future secret new series, not Minecraft. No hints. But thanks again for watching, everyone, and take care.